eukaryotes, presence of nucleus in eukaryotes, and presence of cell wall in prokaryotes. I guess 1 minute.
Ma'am, can you
Yeah,
repeat the options?
yeah, no, you're not able to see the screen, no? Right now, you
Uh,
can see. Now, is it
y-
visible?
yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, so you can see the questions here. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So first question is on prominent differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So there are four uh, answers. So you have to tell me which one is right. So is it the larger size of prokaryotes, lack of pigments in eukaryotes, presence of nucleus in eukaryotes, or presence of cell wall in prokaryotes?
Presence of nucleus in eukaryotes.
Yeah, right.
Presence of
Yeah, good, right. Because the basic difference between prokaryotes and you, I'm explaining also because if some of you might be not knowing this, so you'll get to know this difference. Okay, so basic difference between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes is the that nucleus only. So the presence and absence, because another has the DNA replicate. So this is the basic difference. Now we'll move to the second question. The major locomotor structure in bacteria, that is flagella, pyleaf, fimbriae, and cilia.
Flagella.
flagellum.
Yeah, right. Good. Yeah. So flagella is the locomotor which helps to travel the bacteria from one stage to another, and which is hair-like structure basically, and you can call it flagellum also. And basically it is a whip-like appearance, and it's a basically sensor organs which senses the different pH and temperatures also. Then fruit juice is spoiled by yeast and mold, Clostridia, Enterobacteria, or Enterococci. Yeah, you can tell me answer.
Ma'am, I guess it's Clostridia.
No, not.
Eastern
It's
mold.
not.
Yeast and mold.
Yeah, yeast
Eastern
and
mold.
mold. Yeah, yeast and mold. Because yeast and mold are the organism which usually grows in the absence of oxygen, that is anaerobic conditions. Okay, and most of the time your fruit juices or the food products, so those are removed with the oxygen, so those the head space is having. So it's the basic yeast and mold that grows very fast on the food product. So this is the very common, you can observe this into the bread also. So very common infection is called by this yeast and mold. Now next is Z value is indicated in minutes, number, log number, or degree centigrade.
Degree centigrade.
Yeah, okay. Degree centigrade, 1 minute or 4, yeah, right, degree centigrade. Because basically Z value is nothing but your sterility value and sterility temperature. So it is defined as the at what temperature it is applied for the sterilization. So it's usually your sterilization temperature is 121 degrees Celsius, so that Z value is usually denoted by degree centigrade. Right. Now D value is indicated in log number,
Minutes.
minutes. Yeah, right, minutes. Because again it is a microbial growth curve combination. So everything is related to each other. Then gram staining was discovered by Christian Graham, Henry Graham, Philip Graham, and Thomas Graham.
Christian gun.
Yes, right, good. Then the composition of capsule of bacteria is made up of fatty acids, polysaccharides, polypeptides, or all of the above.
Polypeptide.
No, it's not. It's actually polysaccharides. Sorry? Yeah, composition of capsule of bacteria is basically made up of polysaccharides. Then, which staining is best suited to know the shape of microorganism? Positive staining, negative staining, fluorescent staining, and acid fast staining. You can tell the answer. Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Like, do you know the difference or the shape of microorganism staining? Okay, so I'll tell you the difference. The answer is basically B, that is negative staining. So if you're not able to audible, so or am I not audible? So then please just let me know. Yeah. So basically, negative staining. The purpose of negative staining is to identify or to the study the morphological shape, size, and arrangement of bacterial cells. That is stains, and it can also be used to stain the cells that are too delicate to heat fix. So that's why basically negative staining is done to identify the shape of microorganism. Then cyanobacteria is also called as blue green algae, red
Blue-green.
brown algae. Yeah, right. Good. Yeah. Then which of the following is type of bacterial reproduction? Primary fission, secondary fission, tertiary fission, or binary fission?
Binary fission.
Yes, right, binary fission. It's nothing but the replication of your uh, mother cell. It's the basically cell which transform from the mother plant to the another, and then it have their separate nucleus also. That is binary fission. Now, dash are most common cause of the spoilage of fruits and vegetables. Mold, yeast, bacteria, and all of the above.
All of
Molds.
the above.
No. Mold. Molds is the answer. You can check the questions are little bit tweaking. Here the third question was right. Yeah, third question was fruit and juice was spoiled by. I told you earlier because the most of the time yeast and mold is the major category which causes the spoilage in food. So here is the again question is just little bit tweaked. So again yeah, dash are the most common causes of spoilage of fruits and vegetables. So its answer is A, that is mold. Now, 12. In jam jellies, which of the following is most likely to be responsible for the bacterial spoilage? That is bacteria, mold, and yeast, mold, and bacteria.
Yeast and molds.
Yes, right. Good. Is C, yeast and molds. Then next, which of the following spoilage is seen in meat under anaerobic condition? That is stickiness, viscous, surface slime, and putrefactions. We have seen this in microbiology spoilage.
Slime,
Sorry?
surface slime, option C.
No, it's not.
Itchiness.
It's putrefaction. So putrefaction is the process of decay or rotting in the body of other organic matter, and it basically happens in anaerobic condition. So you can check out the different microbial spoilage in meat because there is difference between aerobic and anaerobic. So these all are the spoilages only, but there is difference because some of the causes due to the specific species of microorganism, or some causes due to the anaerobic, or some causes due to the aerobic condition. Okay, so here the answer is D, that is putrefaction. And this is the very most common question asked in the most of the time in even the IIT entrances also, and even in CF entrances also. Then 14 is the actinomycetes are responsible for dash in meat, that is storing, stamping ink, tents, and earthy flavors. No answers? So actinomycetes basically are responsible for earthy flavors, which are responsible to cause the earthy flavors in meat and meat spoilages. Then putrefaction. So here you can relate this. The putrefaction is caused by, and here is the in 13 question, under anaerobic condition putrefaction happens, and here putrefaction is caused by. Now the you will get to know the specific species also which causes a putrefaction. So alkaligens, clostridium, geotrichum, and thamnidium. Anyone? So its answer is B, that is clostridium. Then green rot in eggs is due to Pseudomonas fluorescens, Serratia marquesis, Cladosporium, and Aspergillus niger.
Pseudomonas.
Yeah, right. It's Pseudomonas. Then the fishy flavor in fish is due to methylurea, trimethylamine oxide, trimethylamine, and diacetyl.
Trimethylamine.
Yeah, C. It's C. Right. Then black rot is caused by Pseudomonas, Penicillium, Proteus, and Sporotrichum. Answer is C. It's Proteus. Then the milk is pasteurized at 62.8 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes to eliminate Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Coxella burnetii, Listeria monocytogenesis, or Callus cereus.
Option B.
Yeah, right. Good. Good. Then last is microorganism involved in spoilage of canned fruits. So Clostridium botulinum, Bysoclamus fulva, Pseudomonas putrefacus, and Bacillus stereothermophilus.
Botulinum.
Yes, it's botulinum. Good. So you can score yourself out of this 20 in micro. So we'll move to the food engineering now. So in food engineering, the first question is, which of the following is not component of thermodynamic equilibrium? So first is mechanical, thermal, chemical, and microbial. Yes, right. It's
Microbial.
microbial. Yeah. You're right. Because it has nothing to do with the food engineering. Then, when system is in thermal equilibrium, it means there is no temperature gradient, system is in absolute zero, system is below freezing point and cannot lose any heat, and all of the above.
B.
Option B.
No, it's a thermal equilibrium. So you can think again.
A.
Yeah, it's A because there is no temperature gradient. That's why it's in thermal equilibrium stage. Because the basic definition of thermal equilibrium is that the two physical systems are in thermal equilibrium when there is no net flow of thermal energy. So that means there is no temperature gradient. So answer is A. Then third is, which of the following is the property of thermodynamic system? Temperature, internal energy, pressure, and all of the above.
D.
All.
Yeah, good, right. So when a system undergoes a series of processes and return to its initial stage is called as equilibrium, cycle,
Cycle.
work. Yeah, good. It's a cycle B. Then total heat content of the substance is its latent heat, specific heat, enthalpy, or sensible heat.
Enthalpy.
Yeah, it's a enthalpy. Okay. Then entropy is a measure of temperature, mass, momentum, and disorder.
Disorder.
Good, it's a disorder. Then at absolute zero temperature, the entropy is 0, -10, 10, or 100.
0.
Yeah, right. It's a 0 because it's at absolute zero, it's a 0. Then unit of specific gravity is gram per centimeter cube, kg per centimeter cube, kg per meter cube, and none of the above.
kg per meter cube.
No, you can check clearly.
kg per centimeter cube.
No. Okay, I just forgot to mention here the SI and CGS units again, but it's basically 1 minute. It's a 8 question, so it's none of the above. Because unit of specific gravity is volume, like as mass per volume, right? Yeah. So it's a kg per meter cube. I guess it's C. Answer is C. C. Sorry, it's not D. The answer is C. Then unit of viscosity is,
Pascal second.
yeah, good, Pascal second. Then diffusion is a molecular phenomena, biochemical phenomena where there is no relative moment. Yeah, okay. It's a molecular phenomena. Answer is A. Yes. Then drying by direct contact with a heated surface is called as,
Conduction.
yeah, right. It's a conduction. Then drying by heated air is called,
Convection.
yes, it's a convection. Then for the flow of fluid, differences in pressure, concentration, moisture content, and force.
Pressure.
No.
Concentration.
1 minute. It's a
Concentration.
no. Sorry. My mistake. It's the 13th question. Yes, answer is A. That is pressure, right? Because until and unless you won't have pressure, your fluid will not move. Yeah. So answer is A. Then 14 is manometer is a simple device for measuring differences between,
Pressure.
yeah, yes, the pressure, the manometer is basically used to measure the differences of pressure. Then which of the following used to measure local or point velocity? That is rotameter, orifice meter, pitot meter. Yes, it's a pitot meter. Good. The gear pump are commonly employed in food industry for handling high viscosity liquid, low viscosity, both, and neither A or B.
High viscosity.
Yeah, good. It's a high viscosity liquid. Then the most efficient heating medium is water, saturated steam, or air.
Steam.
No, it's a saturated steam because saturated steam is most efficient than normal steam. So answer is B for 17. Then 18, the most commonly used method to dry liquid foods and slurries is,
Spray drying.
Spray drying.
Spray drying.
yes. Absolutely. It's a spray drying. Then alternate term for freeze drying is called as,
1A.
Lyophilization.
Lyophilization.
no, again, there is basic difference, lyophilization, and it's a B, sublimation drying. Yeah, sublimation, because ultimately sublimation happens over there directly from solid to your like vaporization happens, right? So crystallization happens. So there's a sublimation process. So answer is B for sublimation. Then the last from the food engineering, the separation operation in which the solute from solid phase is separated with solvent is called as.
Centrifugation.
No, here if centrifugation is separation of only solid from solvent or solute, here solute from solid with the help of solvent. It's a basically
Extraction?
yes, it's a extraction. You can relate with the oleoresin extraction, so you'll get to know the difference. Okay. Now we'll switch to the food chemistry. So food chemistry. The first is lactoses.
Disaccharide.
It's a disaccharide. The most common carbohydrate monomer is
Glucose.
it's
Glucose.
it's a glucose. Okay, yeah, okay. The simplest form of carbohydrate is carbon, starch, monosaccharide, or cane sugar.
Monosaccharide.
Monosaccharide.
It's a monosaccharide. Then starch used in the frozen food should contain high amylose, less amylose. Amylose content does not make any differences, and less amylopectin. Answer is B, less amylose. So there should be less amylose when you're going to store the starchy food in the frozen condition. Then which of the following is responsible for the delay in gelatinization? That is fat, protein, sugar, or all of the above.
Sugar.
No. It's a D, all of the above, because gelatinization needs all the factors like fat, protein, and sugar. Like sugar is only responsible, gelatin is here the delay reason. So these are the three factors, like all of the factors will be responsible for delaying the gelatinization. So if there will be differences in your processes, so again it will happen. Then the product of heating of sugar above its melting point in acidic condition is either fructose, carbon dioxide, caramel, or none of the above.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Yes, it's a caramelization process. Then which of the following is essential fatty acid? Stearic acid, linolenic acid, lauric acid, or palmitic acid?
Linolenic acid.
Yes, good. Iodine value measures degree of unsaturation, degree of saturation, amount of carbon present, or number of iodine present.
Degree of unsaturation.
With unsaturation.
Yes, right, good. So final product of rancidity is oxides, peroxides, hydroperoxides, or carbon dioxides.
Peroxide.
No, it's a hydroperoxide because your rancidity happen when it's a oxidative rancidity, so when there might be chances of oxide, but usually rancidity happens when water and hydrogen comes in contact and the hydrolytic rancidity happens, so that's why it's a hydroperoxide. So your answer is hydroperoxide. Then agar is polypeptide, polysaccharide, polyphenol, or polyflavon.
Polypeptide.
No.
Polysaccharide.
Yes, it's a polysaccharide. Then what is the unit of water activity? Gram, gram per liter, it's unitless, or none of the above?
No, it's unitless.
Yeah, good. It's unitless. What is CMC?
Carboxymethyl cellulose.
Carboxymethyl cellulose.
Yes, it's a carboxymethyl cellulose. Then agar is obtained from red algae, gymnosperms, insects, or bacteria.
Red algae.
Yes, it's a red algae. Then gelatinization of starch is endothermic process, exothermic reaction, reversible reaction, or none of the above. Answer is A, that is endothermic process, because it increases into the enthalpy. So, and it is basically in a closed system. So, gelatinization of starch is a endothermic process. Then 15, the product of enzymatic browning is melanin, melanoids, then caramel, or all of the above.
A.
Melanoidin.
No, it's a melanin, not melanoidins. It's a melanin. A is the answer for 15. It's a melanin because the melanin causes basically it's a you can relate with the color also. The skin of brown color. We usually say that it's a due to the this brown color of skin is due to the melanin content, right? So when it comes with the relation of enzymatic browning, it's always melanin. Then Maillard reaction is favored in more like Maillard reaction happens in more in which condition? Acidic condition, alkaline condition, neutral condition, or it's pH dependent. The answer is B, that is alkaline condition. So most of the time Maillard reaction is favored in more alkaline conditions. Next is for hydrogenation of oils, the catalyst required is iron, aluminum, nickel, or magnesium.
Nickel.
Nickel.
Yes, it's a nickel, right? Then hydrolytic rancidity of fat requires oxygen, moisture, high temperature, and both B and C.
D.
Yeah, D. It's both B and C. Then hydrolysis of triglycerides with alkali is called
Saponification.
Titrate.
yeah, it's a saponification. And last is many coenzymes are metal, vitamins, proteins, and substrates.
Vitamins.
Ma'am, proteins.
No, it's a vitamins. Right. It's a vitamins. Right. So these are the 60 questions. I'll send it to the group and I'll discuss with the partner. Any of you can tell me what to take. The next session will be question and answer you want or the theory lecture. You can let me know. Okay. Thank you.